So, what will you see once you get into the curriculum? Hopefully, you've already visited the curriculum, but I'm just going to give you just a brief overview of some of the highlights of things that you should be paying attention to when you go into Eduphoria. So, I'm going to go ahead and enter the application here. And my screen may look a little bit different than yours because I have a few more permissions than you have. So, we're just going to look here at middle school, and I'm going to click on the grade level of sixth grade, which is World Culture Studies. So the curriculum here, if you look on the left-hand side, you will see what we call the tree that kind of organizes information that you'll see over in this area, which we would commonly refer to as the white space, that you'll commonly see in this area. So if you wanted to, what you should probably first off, make sure you visit the scope and sequence tab, and the scope and sequence will have for the year the calendar. Any announcements, any update to the curriculum will also be found here. Things that were in there last year that are in there this year, but of course, everything is new to you. So make sure that you check it out. Then from there, you will see the arrangement of the school year. Some of the courses are arranged by weeks and some of them are arranged by topics. If they are arranged by topics, there will be another document that will parse everything out by the weeks. So if I'm going to click here for weeks 1 and 2, I know that it's about 10 days for this unit in World Culture Studies. Here is the TEKS. The TEKS are divided into our content area TEKS and then also our processing skills TEKS. So make sure you review those. Those should be guiding your instruction. One of the great things that we've done in our curriculum and have tried to do in our curriculum is to try to simplify things for you by having lesson objectives. So you know that these are probably the most important things that you make sure that you need to cover. So we have our lesson objectives, which are, like I said, are aligned to our content standards. They give sometimes a little bit more specificity, and then the skills that you'll be using or should be using in this unit. The vocabulary terms are here. Sometimes we have, depending on our courses, arranged this for mostly for our middle school level, so that you can know what kids should be doing before reading, during reading, and after reading. That's just try to align with some of the ELA standards. Then in here, you will see lots of wherever it says click here or there's a hyperlink in here. 9 times out of 10, that's going to take you to the Google Drive. And I told you earlier that that is where a lot of our documents are actually housed. We also have documents that are housed down here in the attachments. So make sure that you visit this as well. Look down here at the bottom. Sometimes it's hard to see and you'll have to like click on the end of the screen and maybe pull it down a little bit more. But there are documents down there that you could use as well. So here you will see that there's different activities and suggested things that you can do, sources aligned to the textbook that you can use with your students. So make sure you give that a look. We've also incorporated digital assignments that you could add to your Google Classroom. So we've already done that for you, and that's kind of new this year. So let's look at 8th grade, which is arranged a little bit differently. Still over here on the left-hand side, you will see the tree. So this one is arranged by units. And so within the units, you'll have lesson guide and activities over here in the white space. So the TEKS are still here. And so here you will click on this document, and this document is going to divide out for you all the resources that are available to teach this topic. And it says here which weeks, like I said, if it's not here on the tree, it's going to be over here in the white space, or you may have to click on a link to get to it. And then let's visit our high school course, or a high school course. So we will go to social studies and let's look at world geography studies. This one is arranged by 6 weeks, but it's also arranged by topic. So you will click on the world. And sometimes I just minimize that because I don't need it. It's almost a duplication. And so once again, we have our content TEKS and our processing skills already determined at the top of the unit, the objectives, the skills, vocabulary. And here, just like in 8th grade, you click on this link and it will take you to another document in Google Drive that has all of the activities and laid out for this unit of study.